Oh, we just back. I think we just back. Oh no, this can. Ay ay ay. Ay ay ay. Dang. Oh, the video didn't. Oh man.
What are those shiny rocks?
Ah, this is geomarrow, an exothermic ore. The underground and the surface are...
What is it? Fix? Go back. Holy.
Old Oleg isn't here either? Where is everyone?
So you're leading us on another wild goose chase?
I wouldn't dare! Trust me, we're getting close.
Huh? What's that huge structure in the distance?
Oh, that's the furnace core. It's the pillar that connects the underworld and the overworld. People used to travel up and down that thing, but then...
Then what?
It's a long story. In any case, practically nothing moves up or down anymore.
Except you.
Oh, come on, my dear fellow. I thought we weren't going to discuss this. I beg you, the fewer rumors there are about me, the better. Zila's usually always out on patrol here at this time. What's Wildfire up to? Are they avoiding me?
Yes, she is.
Hey, look! Who is that? It looks like she's in trouble.
One.
My friends, don't just stand there. This drama doesn't need any more bystanders.
Oh? You know, it might be interesting to see you get in trouble.
We should avoid attracting too much attention. We can't just leave her.
Popcorn.
I was kidding. And get your own opinion. But I agree with Don Hung. We can't just leave her to the bullies.
Well said. The young lady is wise and righteous.
Let's help her.
All right, princess. Let's dispense with the pleasantries.
You dare attack someone on our turf? Well, how about a few rounds of tea?
Darn it! Quick, disperse!
Holy shit, so cool.
Spineless thugs.
Miss Zila, phew. It's a good thing you showed up when you did. My heartfelt thanks. These vagrants have got some nerve looking for trouble in Wildfire Terra.
Shut it, Sampo. This is you written all over it. Wildfire has countless issues on its plate right now. We don't need a side order of Koski. I hear Silvermane Guard is paying the underworld a visit. Is that you?
You kidnapped me and brought me to the underground. What is the meaning of this?
Listen to her. What is the meaning of this? She still thinks she's an overworld princess. Do you know what's become of us down here while you live the easy life? Did you even consider the fate of the Underworlders?
The Silvermane guards aren't living the easy life. We are constantly engaged with the enemy, defending Belobog from the scourge of attacking monsters and protecting all those above and below the surface.
Do you even hear yourself? You protect the underground? Redeploying every guard to the surface, sealing off the only passageway? Protecting the so-called architects, more like it.
The Madam Guardian has her reasons.
Enough talk. You're coming with me. Chief Oleg wants to see you, and he's got more than a few questions.
Perfect, Miss Hila. We were just on our way to pay Chief Oleg a visit ourselves. Room for a few more?
Fully booked. Who are they? What good is your name by itself?
Well, it's like this. The chief's in the market for specific talent. An urgent request, so I'm taking them to see him.
We're looking for a Stellaron. It's the source of all the disasters here. If we find it, we can...
I would recommend you not recite your story to everyone you meet. Miss Hila won't understand it anyway, so let's save it for the chief.
You're right. I don't understand it. And I don't plan on passing the message on either. Wildfire's encountered trouble at the Great Mine. The chief's busy. If you really want to find him, come look for me at the mine entrance. I'm leaving.
This. What? It doesn't. Oh no, guys. I'm gonna get distracted. Get all these side missions. How's the daily? I literally... Hmm? Like a... not in this game. The story is this. I'm not there. Okay. That's it. Hold on. No, please. A lot. Again. Ooh. Big entry. I'm tempted about this shit. It doesn't matter. Who's risk?
Oh, hi! Wanna listen to my thoughts on the underground? Where should I start? My observational skills are second to none. Well, the underworld is surrounded by cliffs, and there's no obvious structure. It seems like a spread out collection of mines and small towns, just like the outskirts of Belobog. There's that huge pillar called the furnace core that's always in view. Maybe it's some kind of energy hub? From what I've seen, the residents are nearly all miners. It seems like the people here have less than those in the overworld. Still, the miners watch fights in their spare time. It's less pretentious than that theater they have on the surface. They're always in a hurry. The pace of life here is so fast. Things are pretty busy in the overworld too, but everything feels more relaxed up there. I'm not so good at analyzing people, but seeing as you asked, that guy, he's lazy, lying, cunning, and evil. I don't like him. Can't stand the sight of him. I bet you think he's pretty entertaining. Watch out or he'll fool you. Ah, you mean that naughty kid we played hide and seek with? Dr. Natasha said that she's a handful, but that she also takes care of the homeless kids. Maybe she's more mature than she seems? Still, I can't believe how arrogant she is. I was pretty mad with her for a while. The Silvermane girl? She's pretty. I like looking at her. When I first met her, I thought she was kinda scary. But now it seems like there's something on her mind. I'm too nervous to ask her. At least she's not trying to arrest us anymore. She says what she thinks. I like her. And did you hear what she said about the Silvermane guards? Sounded like she'd been waiting a long time to say it. I think I'd get along with her. If we can get her to help us, we'll bag a Stellaron in no time. If you hear any juicy gossip, information, come find me.
How are you finding your first trailblazing expedition?
Very fun. Completely.
All journeys contain their share of the unexpected. It won't be the last time. I'm about to summarize the intel we've gathered so far. Did you want to listen? First, we have the underworld, a huge underground space. Miners have built towns here and are excavating geomarrow. We learned from Natasha that the underworld shoulders the energy needs for their entire civilization. Laboring in the underworld used to be a great honor, and there was regular movement between realms. Sampo mentioned the furnace core, which people would use to travel in both directions. But now, each realm is sealed off from the other. Only the automatic transport line for geomarrow and goods is still in operation. The reason for sealing the furnace core still needs to be investigated. In addition, it appears that Sampo has secret connections that grant him passage between here and the surface. That may come in useful to us. Up to now, apart from Branya, whom Sampo brought here, I still haven't seen a single Silvermane guard. At the Fight Club, I heard people say that the guards withdrew from the underground many years ago, and that it was the Supreme Guardian who gave the order. At the time, the Supreme Guardian was none other than Kokoli Rand. Next, we have our goal, the Stellaron. After we revealed our intentions, the Supreme Guardian suspended communications and sent soldiers to arrest us. Her reaction was strange, to say the least.
Definitely.
It's too early to say, but it was a radical move. It means that we must have broached a highly sensitive subject. A secret that she's sparing no effort to protect. If I remember our discussion correctly, I think there are two main possibilities. The Architects and the Stellaron. I'm inclined to think it's the latter, but we lack evidence. There's an old saying that goes, good fortune lies within bad, bad fortune lurks within good. Even when compared with the overworld, the underworld has a long history. There should be valuable intel here. Not to mention, without the Supreme Guardian's interference, we have a better chance than ever of locating the Stellaron. Lastly, we have the main strength of the underworld, wildfire. After the Silvermane guards withdrew, and in order to keep the peace, the residents of the underworld spontaneously organized their own militia, thereby taking over the guards' duties. Ally? It's a little premature to be talking about that, but Wildfire will be familiar with all manner of forces below ground. If we want to find Stellaron clues in the underground, I'm certain they can help. I don't know them. Trust isn't part of the picture yet. But speaking of trust, I suggest you don't place too much of yours in Sampo Koski. He hasn't revealed his true intentions, but he has managed to corral us into a difficult situation, almost without us realizing. That's a dangerous person indeed. That's all we need to summarize for now. If there's anything else you're not clear on, come and find me.
Bored? Your big brother Sampo's always up for a chat. What kind of question is that? I'm your old pal Sampo Koski. We've been through thick and thin together.
Oh, we meet one day then.
Yeah! Wait, do you mean it?
Wildfire.
Wildfire are one of my major clients. Though the work is mostly odds and ends, still, it's always a pleasure. Who am I to complain if the money's right, huh? Zila works for them, Oleg's most trusted lieutenant. To her, I'm probably just a Wildfire's lapdog. Yeah, well, but a very contented lapdog, I should add. As a non-member, not a clue. They'd never tell me their ultimate aims. Shame, really. It's not like I'm a blabbermouth. A pleasure. Until next time.
I will arrest you under the Supreme Guardian's decree. Nothing has changed.
One fight.
I am not your friend. I saw you the day before the Goethe Hotel. Japard took you to see the Supreme Guardian. He told me you were visitors from beyond the sky, just like the interstellar travelers of ancient legend. People of all kinds that carried the will of the eons. Japard said that you wanted to help us reverse the damage that the eternal freeze and fragmentum continue to wreak on our planet. But that night, Mother summoned me and ordered me to take a detachment to arrest you. What happened? The Supreme Guardian didn't tell me the details, and Japard had to rush back to the front line. I don't understand. Oh. The Silvermane guards withdrew to the surface long ago. I must avoid that identity here.
We have to change clothes, bro.
Until we're back in the overworld, I propose a temporary truce and cooperation. Your true intentions are of interest to me. If it helps you to trust me, I'm willing to answer your questions to the best of my ability. Let me repeat. All I received were the Supreme Guardian's instructions. It is for the adjudication panel to pass judgment on the accused.
So let's be
All the Supreme Guardian told me was that your identities were counterfeit and that your intention was to overthrow the rule of the architects. Truthfully, I've never heard of this Stellaron, but if all this catastrophe could be brought to an end simply by sealing it, then I hope its existence proves to be real. Fragmentum monster activity on the surface intensified, and hostilities on the front line were critical. To resist the invasion, the architects had no choice but to redeploy the guards to the front line. If we couldn't hold our defensive line, then we wouldn't be able to maintain our supply of aid to the underground, which would have collapsed without us. That was the Supreme Guardian's explanation. In truth, I've always felt like something important is being hidden. Whether it's the architects, Mother, or Silvermane guards, there's always an unnatural element to their actions. Since encountering you, the unexpected seems to have arrived in waves. I never thought I'd enter the underworld that has been sealed away for so long. I have a feeling that with you, I can pick up the lost threads and dispel my uncertainties. We should be going to see Wildfire. Let's move.
Oh, so big. Toilet break. Hello. Oh my, that's bad. Just here. Ding. Here we go. Yes, we. That's a really good. Ay, yeah. Oh. Hey, this is a
It's getting late. Where to now?
So, this friend.
Come around and have a look.
I'll take this one.
Just okay. And ice.
Practice is over. Swords descend!
Seize the moment.
How many can you block?
Strike with heart. Seize the moment. You paid for that.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision.
Time for swordplay. Blade and flight.
Seize the moment.
Let's go.
How many can you block?
Practice is over. Swords descend!
Strike with heart. Welcome, customer. Yeah!
Fighting is
1,000 wonders to raise your fight is fun! Blade and flight! Seize the moment! Yeah!
This is our chance.
Practice is over. Swords descend! Time for swordplay.
Rules are made to be broken.
How many can you block?
Blade and flight!
the truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision.
A one-time enemy.
Strike with heart! Seize the moment!
I've no interest in conflict.
Time for swordplay.
Blade and flight! Seize the moment!
Fighting is meaningless.
1,000 wonders to raise your spirit! Fight is fun!
Rules are made to be broken.
Strike with heart! Seize the moment!
I've no interest in conflict.
This is our chance.
Practice is over. Swords descend!
Seize the moment!
Fighting is meaningless.
Let's make it quick.
How many can you block?
Strike with heart! Seize the moment!
Rules are made to be broken.
I've no interest in.
Seize the moment!
Let's make it.
Strike with heart!
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break! Fighting.
Victory by the blade. Yeah!
A one-time enemy! Let's be friends! Yeah!
Let's go.
Victory by the blade.
Seize the moment!
Rules are made to be broken.
Practice is over. Swords to
Interesting content.
Strike apart!
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Fight is fun!
How many can you block?
Blade is fun! Seize the moment!
Fighting is meaningless.
Let's make it quick.
Time for swordplay! Strike apart!
Welcome, customers! Yeah!
I've no interest.
How many can you block?
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Time for swordplay!
Blade is fun! Let's be friends.
Fighting is meaningless.
Let's go.
Victory by the blade! This can go towards my allowance. How many can you block?
Seize the moment!
Victory by the blade!
Ooh, This. Cool.
Noise.
A one-time enemy.
Let's make it quick. Yeah. Time for swordplay. Blade and fire.
Welcome, custom. Yeah!
Rules are made to be broken. Let's go say hi. A bright edge that can cut you.
Cool it.
Help me improve.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
1,000 wonders to raise your spirits. Fight is fun!
Fighting is meaningless.
Let's go. Practice is over. Swords descend. Just a scratch. How many can you block? Rules are made to be broken.
This is our chance.
Welcome, customers. Yeah! Let's be friends.
I've no interest in conflict.
Let's go.
How many can you block?
Welcome, customers.
Rules are made to be broken.
Too late to repent.
Let's be friends.
Practice is over. Swords descend!
1,000 wonders to raise your spirits. Fight is fun!
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Rules are made to be broken.
Too late to repent.
Let's make it quick. It'll take more than that.
Welcome, customers. Let's be friends.
Fighting is meaningless.
Let's go. Just a scratch.
How many can you block?
Rules are made to be broken.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
1,000 wonders to raise your spirits. Fight is fun!
No interest in conflict.
Practice is over. Swords descend!
Welcome, customers.
Fighting is meaningless. The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Blade is fun!
Victory by the blade.
Wonder if I'll discover any rare swords.
Dang. It is.
Swords descend! Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Commencing support.
Time to twirl! This song's for you. Turn it up! Time to twirl!
Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl! Enemy targets detected.
The best is yet to come.
Holy shit, boy, my, what did you do?
There's inspiration in every glance and every breeze.
Oh, Leslie. The two of them. The power is in it. You know why? How we invent all this great food. Oh, good luck. I do with treasure. Was
Finally! You're here! This is urgent, so I'll cut to the chase. Arlen's disappeared. Yes, I can't find him. He's not answering his messages or calls. In all the time since I took him in, this has never happened. Of course! I didn't see him. Parts of the surveillance system were destroyed when the Legion invaded. It still hasn't been fully repaired. Maybe he took advantage of a blind spot. It's been 13 hours since he last contacted me. He usually takes less than 13 seconds to reply to my messages. I looked everywhere and couldn't find him, so I checked the security department's work plan records. This is what I found. Look, at his last work objectives entry, of the heart, of the mirror, of the self. It's so strange. Don't worry about those. I asked people in the security department, but none of them thought it was concerning. They said stuff like, "Brother Arlen is a grown man with his own plans." I couldn't get them to listen at all, so I'm asking you for help. Why are you acting like those security department idiots? Stop fooling around and help me! I have a secret weapon. Say hello to Peppy. Peppy's my dog. Arlen's looked after him since he was a puppy. They're great friends. Peppy knows Arlen's scent. Maybe he can track him down. Peppy can't go alone. What if he gets lost too? And I can't go with him. If people see me, the acting lead researcher searching for Arlen, wouldn't that make Arlen look incompetent as head of the security department? Oh, let's go together. Relax. Peppy doesn't bite.
okay.
Professor Capote? Are you sure Arlen was here, Peppy? Weird. Why would he visit this Casanova? Huh, he probably should have been named Casanova. Well, I've gotten used to saying it anyway. Behold, the winner of the Most Awesome Researcher contest. It's better if I don't show my face. See if you can get some intel out of him.
I must confess that I too was terrified. Petrified even. But there remained a light in my heart. A light that led me onward. That light was the happy smiles on all your faces.
Master Capote thinks about me!
Oh, it's you. Long time no see. How are you? I'm a bit busy here. If it's not urgent, come back later. Arlen? Yes. I know him. After all, my calling is to light up the heart of every person on the space station. As to his current location, forgive me, but I cannot tell.
Insert dramatic pause and sudden drama here.
Everyone knows the most important word in my life is principle. Huh? Without principle, what difference would there be between a person and a mechanical arm?
Wait a minute. Last time he said the most important word in his life was illumination.
We need to update Master Capote's Life Wiki. This will be version 12.0 of his life keywords.
Anyway, I do not lie. I can tell you that I did indeed meet Arlen recently, and I know where he went. Regrettably, I already swore on my life that I, Capote, would never tell anyone Captain Arlen's secret. You don't understand what I'm trying to say at all. Crises, disasters, these are just mirages of the material plane. A person's character and the vows of humankind are most precious. They must be protected at all costs. All you see are the minuscule risks of the immediate situation. But did you ever consider that if I, Capote, abandoned my principles, then the hopes and dreams of hundreds of fair ladies would be dashed? I am their lighthouse, and I will never allow myself to be tainted.
Oh, Master Capote is so considerate.
Wow, the cringe is strong. I need to remember what I came here for.
Seems like you already know what kind of person I am. I'm telling you, quit while you can. Don't waste your time and effort here. You can see that I, too, am quite busy. Seems like you already know what kind of person I am. Captain Arlen had a similar expression to yours when he found me. He was anxious and desired an answer, but answers are not easy to give. Besides, he wanted to master a trial of the heart that would thoroughly change him, and that would be even more difficult. Can't even imagine the difficulty of the trial. I was tired merely from the act of imitating that way of talking with him. Thankfully, he... Aha! No more. No more.
His words match Arlen's work plan records. Seems like he does have key information.
I didn't say that. Did you mishear it?
Come on, dude.
What I said was, life is a trial, and you need to be true to yourself. So, I know nothing about anything you said about Captain Arlen. I need to head to a meeting now. Can we talk later?
I can't let him get away like this. If he doesn't want to tell me, then...
You dare to utter such a threat? Listen here. Leaving aside the fact that you don't have the right to dismiss me, I wouldn't yield even if lead researcher Asta... No! If Madame Herta herself commanded me. Why not threaten to kill me while you're at it? I've said it once, and I'll say it again.
Master Capote is so courageous. We're so lucky to be his fans.
He said the exact same thing when he promised Captain Arlen.
Yes, the part about not yielding. It makes me tear up.
I'm gonna print out the transcript of the conversation as soon as I get back today. The fan club needs to recite and memorize it.
Transcript? They recorded Arlen's conversation with Capote? I didn't think a clue like that would suddenly pop up.
Who knows? Could be.
This is the one who mentioned the transcript just now.
Hey, you've been talking Master Capote's ear off this whole time. Do you want to join the fan club?
Ah, I bet you do. You wouldn't have known about Captain Arlen's meeting with Master Capote unless you had an interest.
You even memorized the internal testing content for version 12.0 of Master Capote's Life Wiki.
You must be one of those super fans that stayed under the radar. We've been careless.
We're on the same side after all. Here, this is our latest welcome bundle for new members of the fan club. And I'll toss in an updated version of Master Capote's Life Wiki.
Ah, he looks really cool in the new limited edition snapshots.
What happened to you, Arlen? Why did you have to get that sleazy Capote to help you with a trial? Yeah, I guess that's our starting point. This handwriting looks familiar. Is it Arlen's? Against the scorching sun, a beautiful flower will never endure. Within my fair embrace, my love for you is tender and pure. Yuck, so slimy. It does sound like Capote. Looks like a candid shot, but surely he knew it was being taken. It's autographed. There's a figure that's not quite in the shot. Oh, is that Arlen? So Arlen did go to see Professor Capote. This is the evidence. Ugh, even the space station handbook doesn't get updated this frequently. Huh. Is this an audio transcript? So, trial of the heart means knowing how to deal with an overbearing boss. So that's how Arlen sees me. I need to talk to him. Let's hurry up and find him. Peppy, it's your turn again.
Where's Wiki?
That's Dan Hung and the security department staff. There are still remnants of the Antimatter Legion in the space station. Let's go help them.
That's it.
Pretty good crowd today.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Keep up. Time to twirl. Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
How am I gonna get that time back?
What are you doing here? Then be careful. There's still Legion remnants in the area. Arlan isn't here right now, so we need to step up the space station security. Spare no effort, and stay focused.
Yes, Brother Don Hung.
Yes, he's with March, but I suggest you don't bother him. He's given himself a personal trial.
Brother Arlen's special trial? He's a man among men. A lion among tigers.
No.
He's already reached great heights, but still he wants to improve.
That trial. I bet it's even more intense than physical training. And Brother Arlen already challenges himself to the limit in that department. He runs 21,358 meters around the space station every day. An eagle among wolves. Always so hard on himself.
I think it must have something to do with the mind. He probably found a waterfall and asked Ms. March to lower the temperature to freezing point.
No way. Brother Arlen's trial wouldn't be as simple as just standing under a waterfall. I think he wants to learn fighting skills from Miss March.
They're not correct, but not wrong either. Arlan came to me to learn how to manage pressure from his boss, so I sent him to March. If he can manage her, then he has nothing to fear.
That might be a metaphor too far.
Brother Arlen runs like a horse and fights like a bear. I think that's a great metaphor.
Arlan and I decided to switch our assignments. He went with March to investigate a suspicious crystal, and I've taken up his patrol. That's all. He gave me a pass for access across the space station while on patrol.
I found a broken ceiling tile. This mark? It must be from where Brother Arlen smashed it down!
Move aside. What kind of clue is that? This floor tile I found is way better. Look at the footprint. It's the right size, not to mention the angle of motion. This is proof of Brother Arlen in combat.
He said he read an anonymous handwritten journal in the space station. It contained 36 different strategies to do with managing pressure from one's boss. It also contained some information on trials. Firstly, trial of the heart. One needs to acknowledge the pressure in one's heart, and only then can one face it. Secondly, trial of the mirror. Like a mirror's reflection, one needs to personally experience the pressure others feel in a job in order to understand it. Lastly, trial of the self. One places oneself within that pressure to complete a transformation. I believe he came to me to complete the trial of the mirror. No, he didn't say, and I didn't ask.
Brother Arlen doesn't need a reason to improve himself. You don't understand him at all.
Brother Arlen is a fierce fighter with an eye for detail. If you don't understand his reason for doing things, maybe that's because you're too zoomed in.
He's just staying ahead of the game is all. He's the space station's cold-hearted hawk. The security department's alpha wolf.
If you want to find Arlan, just contact March.
Job pressure? How to manage your boss? Arlen, I'm sorry. I never knew I was giving you so much pressure. I need to feel the pressure he's feeling so I can understand what it's all about. Oh, there's a photo of Peppy on the pass. I got Arlen to look after Peppy because I thought they got along, but was that giving him too much extra pressure? Oh, maybe he printed out Peppy's picture as a way of forcing himself to remember his responsibility. Look how smashed up the ceiling tile is. Arlen must have bottled up his frustration and had no way of releasing it, so he took it out on the monsters. It's Arlen's shoe size, all right? And this actually came from a pair of shoes I bought for him. Maybe even these shoes are painful shackles for him. Yeah, we need to find Arlen quickly. I need to apologize to him in person. Peppy, let's get going.
So Peppy can locate March just by looking at a photo of her. Is he really using scent to track?
What a cute doggy! Oh, you're here too. Hey, he's a new face and you're not. Huh, this little guy looks familiar. Are you Arlen's Peppy? Aw, I'm sorry. Your master isn't here. He's gone off to investigate. He kept harping on about Don Hung being a true warrior or something. Oh, he did say that completing an assignment with me would help him complete the final trial. It felt like he learned a lot from me. Then again, everyone has a lot to learn from me. We were investigating suspicious crystals together, but he said it was all pointless if he couldn't transform himself. I could tell he was giving himself a lot of pressure, so I gave him a suggestion. I told him actions speak louder than words when you want to prove yourself. I was just thinking out loud, really. I had no idea what kind of trial he was doing. But when he heard that, he said Mr. Donhung was right, and then he just left. I took a photo of him. He was doing one of those tough guy walks. Come to think of it, maybe I shouldn't have left him alone. Take me with you if you're going after him.
Oh.
Upgrade configured. Commencing support. Time to twirl! Turn it up! Time to twirl! What are you looking at? Time for mischief! The combat report will be ready soon.
I read that a Stellaron's internal fluctuations will cause a fragmentum to appear. Did Arlen?
Hey, relax. I've seen plenty of Stellarons. It'll be fine.
I hope Arlen is safe. The extent of the corrosion here is a lot worse than I imagined. Mrs. Hinkle did say the cleanup had been slow in places.
The fragmentum has a big influence on the space around it. All this electronic equipment on the station must short circuit pretty regularly, huh? We have the upper hand. Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours! The combat report will be ready soon.
Lady Asta, why are you all here? I've never seen anything like this before. It looks like some kind of new entity. It must have mutated after being corroded.
Do we still have the upper hand? Enemy data secure. Netmark activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Time to twirl.
This song's for you.
Let's rock.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it. Or rock with it.
Honored to meet me. Time for mischief. Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours! Enemy targets detected. Time to twirl! Let's go! What are you looking at? Commencing support.
Pretty good crowd today.
Enemy data secure. Netmark activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
This song's for you.
Turn it up.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it. Or rock with it.
Oops.
Are you okay, my lady? Arlen, Lady Asta? Why are you crying? Are you hurt?
I'm sorry.
Huh?
It's all my fault. I've been putting too much on your plate, and that's why you looked up ways to manage the pressure. I honestly didn't realize that these things would bring you so much stress. I just want to say I'm sorry.
My lady, you didn't give me any pressure.
Arlen, you don't need to hide this from me any longer. She and I know all about the trials you're putting yourself through. If you can't forgive me right now, then I'll reflect further and find a way to prove that I'm willing.
But, my lady...
Firstly, your trial of the heart. You went to Professor Capote and asked him to simulate conversations with you so you could better understand your boss. And the evidence is... Firstly, your trial of the heart. You went, and the evidence... Master Capote's Life Wiki version 12.0. This transcript records what you asked Capote to help you with. Here, we can see a bossy manager and you being asked to do things outside of your job description. clearly, Professor Capote is unlikely to master my speech or mannerisms anytime soon. Oh, but the content is the key here. I am the source of your pressure!
My lady, I did speak to Professor Capote, and I did ask him some things, but they had nothing to do with you. I've never experienced any pressure with you.
Oh, Arlen, won't you accept my apology? I'll just have to show you more evidence. We know the essence of your trial of the heart, and we also know that you asked Dunhung to help you complete the trial of the mirror. I'm so sorry, Arlen. Until I spoke with Dunhung, I never realized how much pressure was on your shoulders.
Miss, I really don't.
Hold it. I have evidence. This ceiling tile. This, ceiling tile. You broke it.
Sorry. I'll get it fixed later.
I know you can be tough, but you're not violent by nature, Arlen. Quite the opposite. Breaking a ceiling tile like this shows how much pressure and anger you were carrying around.
This interpretation is sounding a little odd. Do we have any other evidence?
Your ID pass. This isn't just any old station pass, is it, huh? There's a very important photo on it. A photo of Peppy!
Lady Asta, I like Peppy a lot, so I...
No, Arlen. You don't need to find excuses for your actions. Maybe you've actually convinced yourself. The combination of your simulated conversations with Capote and the entry in your work log about playing holodisc with Peppy, it points to one thing. Me getting you to look after Peppy is the greatest source of your stress. You even printed out a photo of Peppy to constantly remind yourself to look after him. I know exactly what message you're trying to drill into yourself by sticking this photo onto your pass. Arlen, taking Peppy out to play is an assignment from lead researcher Asta. You better throw that holodisc like it's a full-on discus. If you spare any effort, Lady Asta will find out and punish you terribly for all eternity.
My lady, don't you think that's a long thought to think? Lady Asta, please! I didn't do any of these trials because of you. I always try to complete every assignment you give me, regardless of whether it's within my job description. I really like taking Peppy out to play.
Asta, I don't think Arlan is upset with you.
But Arlen doesn't have any other bosses. Who else would it be? March, he asked to accompany you so he could learn how to manage his stress, right?
What? Arlan wanted to go on assignments just to experience stress? Phew. Good thing I let him go alone. My calming influence would have ruined his training. Guess I made the right decision after all. What did he say? That I'm good at solving people's problems?
Oh, Arlen, all I want you to understand is how sincerely I'm reflecting on my actions. Please, accept my apology.
But, my lady...
Stop! Arlen, I understood the level of stress you're dealing with as soon as I saw this photo.
Didn't I take that photo?
I'm always giving you tasks and assignments, but I never actually see how you take to the battlefield. When I saw this photo, when I saw you fighting alone just now, I'm just sorry that I gave you the stress of all my private affairs on top of an already stressful job. Please, forgive me, Arlen.
My lady, I'm very touched, but I started this trial because of Madame Herta.
What?
Whenever she's back on the space station, Madame Herta assigns me things outside the security department remit. Even if I dared to refuse, I wouldn't know how. She's just too overbearing. Whether it's helping her test some new specimen or looking for ancient documents I've never even heard of. Assignments like those were okay before the invasion. But now, I need to focus on clearing out any last traces of the Legion.
Aha! So you're trying to learn how to reject Herta and then put it into practice.
Yes. I found an anonymous handwritten journal while I was cleaning up. It mentioned 36 different strategies for relieving pressure. That's where I read about the trials. Yes. There were detailed notes, so I'm sorry, my lady. I didn't want to bother anyone, so I didn't mention it.
So, you don't feel pressured around me?
I've never felt pressured around you, my lady.
All right. It's all a misunderstanding. You two should reflect on your actions, right? That's right. Hey, this is supposed to be a happy moment. You keep saying that. What did Don Hung even say?
Thank you for helping Lady Asta. And for coming to find me.
You're welcome. Although if you really want to thank me, let me play Hollow Disc with Peppy, please.
Yes. Right. I'm gonna cut it here. Gonna do other mission tomorrow and then proceed the main story. For now, I'm just gonna grind a little bit more with the universe and ethics. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye.